Yeah, I mean, it's just a piece of wood with wheels, but it's also shaped my life. I feel like I've learned so much from skateboarding, just about myself, you know? I remember the first time I saw a skateboard was this kid across the street from where I lived. He had almost what looks like a penny board now, but you know, back before there were penny boards. And he would just skate around in circles in the cul-de-sac that I lived in, and I would just watch him from outside my window and just thought he was so cool. I was like, that dude is just so sick, it looks so fun. He's just gliding around on the ground. I didn't even know what it was, you know, I was probably 3 years old. And he just ollied up the curb, it was super sick. And I wanted to do that. I just thought like, to myself, I want to be able to do that, you know? I'm not exactly sure if there was a specific moment that made me love skateboarding as much as I do, but since the start, I feel like I've loved it, you know? Like, just even learning an ollie, or before I even would ollie, I would learn how to spin. Like, I just tried to tic-tac, you know? I would just try and tic-tac in my garage and go a little further, a little further, a little further, and I wanted to do a full 360. And once I learned how to do the full 360, I was so stoked. Like, I've accomplished something, you know? And it's not that crazy, but I think from that point on, I just wanted to learn tricks. Like,
I skate because I love it. I skate because I love it, and regardless of whatever, if I am sponsored or if I'm not sponsored, I'm still gonna skate, because that's why I started skateboarding in the first place, because I love it, and that's why I still do it. I enjoy learning the most. Like, the feeling of when you learn a trick that you've been trying for a long time, that's the best feeling. Not like, yeah, also like going out and filming it in the streets is really cool too, but just first learning it and landing it, and the satisfaction that you get is pretty awesome.
I actually started because back in middle school, I traded my friend for some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and ever since then, like, knowing that skateboarding has been a challenge in my life. Like, I've always been about challenges and pushing myself to do better, but just seeing how skateboarding can always improve just makes me feel like life keeps going. Sick experience that I've had because of skateboarding, I've got to say, is just like traveling with like some of the people that I used to look up to, and like getting to meet those people and seeing how cool they are, you know. Like,
skateboarding to me means more than just a sport. It's lifestyle, having my friends, you know, see some different parts of the world. So that's a skateboarding for me. Like, this piece of wood with wheels is actually like a perfect tool to connect with other people, and that makes it so much fun.
There's a mutual understanding that all skaters have right off the bat, and it's almost like you don't have to explain yourself. You already know how you can relate with your skateboarding. It's just different because there's some kind of like flowy feeling to it. It's just like when you're flowing and you skate a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you do a tail side on a tranny, and then you go next to the ledge, and you skate the flat bar, and you some flat on, and you're just like always in motion. And there's something about that, I can't even explain it. There's something about the flow that makes it so enjoyable. So free and so flowy, free and flowy.
Skateboarding for me is freedom. It feels good to like cruise to the grocery store on a skateboard, but it also feels good to learn a new trick, or maybe relearn a trick, or just even warming up. Even the thought about going to skate. Again, always comes back to freedom. Just the freedom of it all, what I like most.
I think the reason why I love to skate so much and why I want to step on my board every single day is just the fact that it's creative expression and it's bettering yourself. You know, it's just mastering your own self, which is, I feel, the best form of expression to me, because every time that I can self-improve, for me, it's always something that I get addicted to. Self-improvement is just the biggest thing for me that just keeps me going and keeps me ticking every day. So every time I learn how to do a trick, I get so excited. I want to master it. I want to get it every try. I want to get it unlocked. I want to learn how to do it better. I want to learn how to pop it higher. I want to learn how to flick it better, learn how to catch it better. And then from that, it just gets addicting. It becomes almost like an infectious thing in your mind that like you have to do it every single day. Like you cannot have a normal day unless you do what you love. And for me, it's an addiction, because I love to just step on my board every day and I love to just better myself. So I can't stop.
there's something about skating that makes me feel like I'm unproductive if I don't get stuff done. And I like to have something to look back on, you know, and something tangible, you know, something that you can say, I went and I did this for those years, like that's what I did, this is what I accomplished, I got myself to do these things and I'm stoked, you know, like to see that stuff in the future, say like, that's what I did with my life.
The filming processes are crazy sometimes, because sometimes there's a certain trick that you're trying to do, but the place that you're trying to do it at is 2 hours away, so you have to drive every weekend to go try to do it. You don't do it, you have to go drive home 2 hours, wait till next week, try it again. Sometimes it'll take months to do just one trick that's just gonna be 2.5 seconds in a video that you don't even think that was just whatever, but you have no idea that that took somebody like 3 months to do.
That's one thing skaters deal with, is going to a spot that looks really cool, but it's really hard to skate. And even though they might have their trick every try at a skate park, the spot is just harder to skate. There could be a crack in front of it.
But at the end of the day, it's all because we love it so much and we'll put that much effort into it, or that many more hours just to get that one little tic-tac on, or that one little flip a little bit nicer of the catch, and redo it 4 more times just to get it exactly how we want it and paint that picture how we see it.
What I think about skateboarding and what makes it so special is the feeling of being able to pressure yourself to go off this big ass stair set and knowing that like it's not going to be first try.
One thing that almost separates the skateboarders from the rest of the world, because they're the ones that didn't quit after that one fall in the beginning, you know, they kept on going.
It's pretty hard to believe that people still progress in skateboarding, because the level of skating is already so high. Yeah, like who knows where skateboarding is going to be in 5 years, you know?
Another thing I really like about skateboarding is the creative side. It just comes so naturally. You just think of something, like combining a trick, and somehow it clicks in your mind, and that's when you go out and start trying this trick. And it just keeps going on and on and on and just never stops.
This kind of building technique, this philosophy that basically you can always keep adding on to yourself, you can always keep progressing, you can always keep going forward and pushing yourself to the next level. And that kind of mindset is also one that will get you ahead in anything in your life, you know, because the amount of dedication and work that you put into one trick can be the amount of dedication and work you put into some schooling for another job. That mentality actually is what I like to call is Kaizen, is the Japanese word for it. It's the philosophy that you're just always progressing and moving forward towards an ultimate goal, and it's just never stopping, never changing, it's just always going forward with it. It's something that can change your entire life. And if you notice that there's someone who's really, really good at one thing, they're not usually just really, really good at one thing. They've applied the same methods from how they got great at one thing to the next thing in their life and become successful at that. So skateboarding can teach you an abundance of tools that will make your life great in so many ways, and how to better yourself to the next level for you. And I definitely feel like I can vouch for that, because in my life, skateboarding has taught me everything.
Yeah, I'm just grateful for like all the people I have met in the last 10 years, and just thankful to be part of this. And yeah.
I want to be grateful for the experiences that I've had. I want to be grateful for the experiences that I've had. I want to be grateful for the